of my bottle. So we're going to do roughly 30 minutes. I'm going to keep my heater on because it's quite cold, so sorry if there's a bit of a glare. And we are going to start standing, but there'll be quite a bit of a few poses on our back, on the ground, different things like that, just to really make it nice and gentle towards the end. But we're going to start at the top of our mats. You guys see me? Nope. Okay. So we're just going to come to the top, and we're just going to inhale and bring the arms up nice and high. Palms facing each other, stretching up. And as we exhale, we're going to fold forward and let the arms fall. From here, you can hold on to your elbows. This is called ragdoll. Just let the head hang. And just move your body to where it feels nice and where is a lovely stretch. If you want the stretch more in your hamstrings and your lower back, bend the knees slightly and bring the chest towards the thighs. Good. We're going to inhale and sweep the arms around, coming all the way back up, palms facing each other. And we're going to exhale and just drop the hands by the side. So we're just going to roll the shoulders away from the ears, make that gap between the neck and the ears as long as possible. And I want us to really simply just take 3 big breaths here. So inhale through the nose, fill up the tummy, hold, and exhale through the mouth. Take 2 more here, guys, in your own time, and just really arrive at the practice and relax the body. So inhale. We'll take 1 more. Good. So we're just going to fall forward, plant the hands on the mat, and you're going to step the feet back. So we can bend the knees and push the hips nice and high to get into that down dog position. So just here, pushing the chest through the arms, pushing the palms into the mat and keeping the hips nice and high. And from here, we're just going to raise 1 leg up into 3-legged dog. Hold it here for a moment. And then we're going to bring it through, all the way through into, whoops, a low lunge. Sorry, stay in your low lunge. I'm just fixing my pads. So just holding it here. You want to feel that stretch through the left thigh and sinking nice and deep into it. Good. Excellent work, guys. Just holding that there. Feeling that stretch. Keeping the back leg as straight as you can. Then we're going to inhale and we're going to come up to warrior 3. So turning the feet parallel with the top of the mat on your left foot. So back feet are turned that direction, toes are facing to the front. Arms at shoulder height, and we're going to sink into that stretch again. Let the right knee fall out to the right slightly, and from here we're going to flip the right hand, palm facing up, drop the left hand onto the left leg, and we're just going to come into peaceful warrior. So just feeling that stretch so through the right side body. Then we're going to inhale, straighten the right leg, drop that hand down. It can be to your thigh, your shin, or to the floor. And opening up, looking up to the left. Lovely. If you want, you can turn your head to look towards the fingertips of your left hand. And then we're going to inhale, bend the right knee, flip the right hand, palm facing up. Let the left hand drop down the left leg and stretching to the left again. Good. Last one. We're going to inhale, drop the hands to the floor, opening up, looking to the left hand side so that right leg is straight. Good. Last one, we're going to come all the way up, stretch those arms long, and then we're going to windmill the arms, turn the back foot, and coming back to our low lunge. Feeling that stretch again. Drop the back knee, relax the foot, make sure that this leg feels comfortable. So if you've stretched too far, bring it back in a bit, that's fine, but you still want to feel that stretch through the leg. So from here, we're going to plant the left hand and we're just going to open the right arm up, looking up to the right fingers, and just have an easy twist. Good. Drop that hand down. What we're going to go from here is into pigeon. So you can just let your right leg fall to the ground like that. And then push the chest through. Make the spine nice and long. So you want to feel this stretch in kind of the right bum cheek and the left thigh. If this is enough of a stretch and you feel comfortable here, stay here. If you want to intensify the stretch, come down onto your forearms and stay here. And if you want to come completely to the floor, do that. But wherever feels comfortable, I want us to take a good few breaths here. If you find that you start on the floor and it gets too intense, come back up to the forearms. If it's the opposite and you start on your forearms and you want to intensify it, come to the floor. You don't have to stay in the one position. So we're going to take about 5 breaths here. So just in your own time. Last breath. Good. And very slowly, guys, coming out of this position, nice and slow, back up to our straight arms, push the chest through. Then what we're going to do, if this transition is too difficult, don't worry, just watch the end result and then get to that position. But I just want you to push back and you're going to straighten your right leg. So keep that leg straight and you're going to try and sit back onto the left ankle. So like if you sit back here, that's not a stretch, but just feel through as if you're pushing your bum back to your left ankle, and you should feel the stretch in the hamstrings. So we'll just take 3 breaths here. Good. 1 more. Excellent. Then we're going to come back to a low lunge. Up to here. Then we're going to bring the right foot back to the left. Bend the knees. Pushing the bum up nice and high. And we're just going to rest in downward dog for a second. So bend those knees and really push the hips nice and high. Push the chest through the arms. Good. On our next inhale, we're going to lift the left leg into 3-legged dog. And we're going to bring it through to low lunge. So again, move your feet around to a position that feels comfortable. Feel that stretch in your low lunge. And we're just going to sink into that stretch for a minute here. Good work. Just let those hips relax. Let that back leg lengthen. I'll drop it down. Good. From here, we're going to turn the back foot out. And we're going to come into our warrior position. So my toes on my right foot are facing towards the camera screen. So arms out nice and straight. We're going to inhale and flip the right hand, palm facing up. Drop the left hand. Sorry, Auntie Eileen, I'm always getting them mixed up. Stretch it down. Drop it down the right leg and hold that position there. Good. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Drop the right hand to the floor or wherever feels comfortable. Sorry, left hand. I'm really getting my hands mixed up today. And look towards your right fingertips. Just relax into this position. Feel the stretch on the legs. Really good. Bend the left knee. Inhale. Drop the right hand to the right leg and bring the left hand over. Good. One more. Inhale, straighten the left leg, left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. Super. We're going to inhale, come up to our warrior, look to the front. We're going to windmill the arms down, twist that back foot, and we're going to drop down. We're going to rearrange the foot, make sure that you can feel the stretch in the back leg. Right hand on the floor, open up to the left, and we're just going to have an easy twist there. Good. Gaze towards the left fingertips. Excellent. And coming back down. So from here again, we're going to come into our pigeon. So just let the left leg turn to the side, and you're going to push through the hands, chest through, spine nice and long. If this feels comfortable, stay here. If you'd like to come down onto the forearms, come to the forearms. And if you'd like to go all the way to the floor, come to the floor. So it's very normal for one side to be tighter than the other. So just listen to your body and go to where it feels good. And as you breathe and deepen the stretch, if you want to move to a different position, that's fine. And if you need to come up higher, that's fine also. So we'll take about 5 breaths here. One more. Good. Okay, we're going to come up slowly. Push the chest through, lengthen that spine. And then we're going to come back onto the right knee, straightening the left leg. And we're going to come forward over the leg, pushing the bum back. So you really want to feel that in your hamstrings. So on the back of the leg, between the knee and the hips. I don't know if you can see that. I feel as if my pants are very similar colour to the ground. So sorry if it's hard to see my leg. We'll just take 3 breaths here. One more. Excellent. Okay, then we're going to come back to our low lunge. And we're going to step the left foot back, bend the knees, push the bum high. Good, relax the shoulders. And from here, we're just going to make our way onto all fours. So make sure that the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow here. So just to refresh your memory, as we inhale, we push the chest through. Try and reach towards the sky with the face. And as we exhale, we're coming into a cat position, tucking the chin in and rounding the spine. So take 5 sets of this in your own time to your own breath, okay? Last breath. Lovely. And we're just going to come back to a neutral spine. We're going to come to a seated position. So sit onto your bum. And from here, what we're going to do, slippers out of the way, is we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to hold them with our hands, and we're going to let the knees fall out to the side. So the closer you bring your feet to the body, the more intense the stretch is, and the further away they are, the less intense it is. So what I want you to do is just roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, push your chest through, kind of lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, you're going to lean forward, pushing your chest forward. So I don't want you to just come like this. I want the hips to bend. So bend at the hips, chest forward, and just see how far down you can come towards the toes. So when you reach as far as you can go, then feel free to round the shoulders and let the head fall in. And we're just going to stay here for 3 or 4 breaths. Excellent, guys. And then coming up nice and slowly. Let the legs out long in front of you and just give them a quick wiggle. We're going to come onto our back. I'm just going to put my slippers on because my toes are getting very cold and I have no socks, so sorry. So come down to lying on our backs nice and slowly, and let the legs out long. So we're going to lift up the right leg and squeeze the knee into the chest, and we're just going to take a few breaths and hold this stretch. Let the shoulders relax into the mat and just squeeze that knee. Good. From here, we're going to bring the knee across the body and we're going to reach out the right arm. So bring the leg to the left and keep the right arm on the ground and look towards the right. Lovely. We're going to bring the leg back through quickly into the chest just to release that, and then lay that leg long too. Just lie here for a moment. Let the palms look up to the ceiling. And we're going to bring in the left leg. And we're going to squeeze it into the chest, holding this stretch for a moment. Relax those shoulders into the mat. From here, we're going to bring the left leg across the body, stretch that left arm out long and look towards the left. Good. A few breaths here. Excellent. Bring that knee back into the chest, and we're going to just give it a quick squeeze to release, and then let it come down nice and long. Just let the hands relax. The next one we're going to do is we're going to bring both legs. So we're going to bring them up nice and bent. Oops. And you want them kind of like at a 90-degree angle. You're going to let your arms out wide at your shoulder height, and we're just going to squeeze the knees, squeeze the ankles, and let the knees, or well, let the legs fall towards the right hand side and gaze to the left. If you want to intensify the stretch, stretch out the top leg. So in this case it's your left leg out long, and you can use your right hand to push it into the floor. So try to keep that left shoulder on the floor. We don't want it coming up. We'll just take a few breaths here. Good. Bend that top leg again. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the ankles, and bring them to center. And then we're going to look to the right and let the legs fall to the left. Again, trying to keep that right shoulder on the floor. Gazing to your right fingertips. Stretch that top leg out long if you want to intensify the stretch. Good, and bring the knees back together, ankles together, and bring the feet back. Hug both knees into the chest. Squeeze them in, give them a big hug. And then you're going to let them come to the floor. So soles of the feet to the mat. And I want you to move your feet out as wide as the mat and let your knees fall in together. So just let the knees rest against each other. And this is just going to counteract our butterfly from earlier. So you can place the hands on the tummy or down by the side, whichever feels more comfortable, and we'll just take a few breaths here. Okay guys, the next exercise we're going to do, we're just going to walk the feet in, and we're going to do waterfall. So if you're beside a wall, fantastic, just let your legs, bring your bum as close to the wall as you can and let your legs rest on the wall. If you're not next to a wall, just plant your palms face down on the mat and just bring your legs up nice and high. If you want to bend the knees slightly, that's absolutely fine, and we're just going to let gravity pull all that energy down into the body. We'll just take a few breaths here. Good. Just let that back sink into the mat, releasing all the pressure off the lower back. If it's getting too difficult to keep the legs up, feel free to just let them bend into the body. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. We're just going to bend the legs, give them a squeeze, and we're going to come into happy baby. So we can hold the sides of the feet Bending the knees, bringing them the width of your body, I suppose, like outside your rib cage. If that's too intense, hold on to the shins or just behind the knees, whatever feels most comfortable for you. We're just going to take a few breaths here. Good. Okay guys, if you've socks or a jumper or a blanket, pop them on now. You just want to be nice and warm. You don't want to be thinking about cold during Shavasana. And you're just going to lay your legs long. Let the hands come out to the side. And we're just going to relax here. If you have a couch or a bed and you'd rather pop the feet up on the bed or continue that waterfall, that's fine. We're just going to do a lovely relaxing body scan. So whatever position you want to be in, move into that position, get yourself comfortable. And we'll just take a lovely big inhale. Fill up the tummy, fill up the lungs. And as we exhale, let all those worries and all that tension leave the body. We're going to do 2 more of these. So inhale positivity. And exhale release. Last one. Lovely. Okay guys, so I want your breathing to come back to a natural breath. So don't concentrate on your breath too much unless your thoughts start to wander, and then just bring them back to the breath. So this isn't a time to check off your to-do list or plan for the rest of the day. This is a time to just really concentrate on now and your body, and try and really focus on the different areas that we're bringing our attention to. It's not the easiest thing to do, so if your mind does drift, just try and bring it back to the breath and to the area of the body that we're focusing on. So we're just going to bring our attention to our feet, and more specifically our big toes on each feet. And I want you to bring warmth with the focus and a wave of relaxation. From the big toes, let that sensation flood through the other toes all the way down to the outsides and the baby toes of each foot. From here, let that flood up to the sides, tops and soles of the feet. Feeling the relaxation and the warmth just flood around the feet. Next, we're going to come to our ankles. If you want to imagine someone holding your ankles and a nice warm firm pressure on the ankles. Just bringing the focus to the breath. Inhale, feel that warmth and pressure, and exhale, let it release. Let the feet turn out if they want to, and just feel those ankles get light. Bringing the attention and the warmth all the way up the leg to the shins and the calves, the front, sides and backs of the lower leg. Feel that muscle tissue in the back of the leg just melt into the mat. From here, bring that energy through the knees. Let it wash around your knees, easing any pain or discomfort in the knees, bringing warmth and energy to all of those areas. Let that relaxation continue up the leg to the front, sides and backs of the thighs. Acknowledge the strength in your legs and allow them to relax. As you do this, let the bum cheeks melt into the mat and let the thighs come closer to the mat, relaxing and melting into their supportive ground. From here, we're going to come up to the hips. Again, imagining light, firm pressure and warmth on your hips, pushing them into the ground, bringing the attention back to your breath. Inhale, feel that pressure, and as you exhale, let it release. Let them feel light, and allow your back to round or to arch, whatever feels comfortable. Bringing that energy through the tummy. It's okay if you can hear your digestive juices working, that's a good thing. And just bringing your attention to the inner workings of the tummy and all that goes on there. Traveling all the way up through the ribs into the lungs. Becoming aware of them expanding as you inhale. And collapsing back in as you exhale. Making sure that that warmth and energy is encompassing every single part of the body that we move through. Coming all the way up to the chest, to the collarbone and the shoulders. Relaxing those shoulders into the mat, lengthening that gap between the ears and the shoulders. Let that warmth massage the shoulders and flood down through the arms to the fingertips. Coming through the upper arm, the elbow, the forearm, the wrist and the palms. And flooding to every single individual finger. Become aware of what position your hands are in. Are your fingers curled in or are they open? There's no wrong or right answer here. Just be aware. We're going to make our way back up with that warmth from the tips of the fingertips, through the palms, through the wrist, through the forearm, bringing attention to the elbows, making sure that there's no niggly bits, no pain and no tension. Coming through the upper arm, through the shoulders and into the neck. Allowing the muscles in the neck to relax and the skull to press into the mat. Bringing that focus to the face, relaxing the jaw, the cheeks, the nose, eyes, eye sockets and forehead. Feeling as if your face is just melting, so relaxed and warm. Coming all the way up to the skull, bringing one wave of energy the whole way around it. Bring your attention to how relaxed and warm your body feels. Just bask in that moment. The feeling of complete relaxation. Bringing the thoughts back to the breath if they start to wander. And just having a nice gentle breath. When we're ready, we're just going to bring some movement back into the fingers and the toes. Taking 2 or 3 big inhales. Bringing energy back into the body. When you're ready, lifting both arms up over the head. Interlace the fingers and inhale, stretch as long as you can into a lovely morning stretch. And exhale, let the arms relax above the head. Inhale, interlace the fingers and stretch. And exhale, let them relax and come back down by the sides. Take another breath here, just easing yourself back into awareness. Just lifting up one arm along by the side, close to the ear, bending the opposite knee and turning onto your side. Take another breath here and gently open your eyes. And when you're ready, coming all the way back up to a seated position. Lovely work, guys. Really, really well done.